What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Frickin' Uncultured. We're so glad to have you here today. Andy, how are you doing? You want to say hi to everybody?
How's it going, everyone? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a nice, relaxing week, quote unquote relaxing. It's been a week, but
Yep.
it's been nice. I've been watching the channel and everything, kind of seeing how the episodes are doing. We're doing pretty good. I'm excited to see the traction we're getting.
hmm
So
Yeah, no, thank you all so much. Hello to the new subscribers. We've had, I think, five more join us within the last week. So, hello, welcome. We're glad you're here. We're glad to have y'all. Uh, yeah, no, we've been having a lot of traction here lately, and you know, it's crazy because it's almost been a year since we've been doing this,
good lord.
and we are farther along than I ever thought we would be within this year. I saw a thing saying that apparently there's 20 million videos that get uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis.
I believe
Don't know how
that.
true, yeah, don't know how true it is, but I do believe
I
it.
believe it.
Uh, and the fact that we have anything is, you know, it's a drop in the ocean. So thank you all so much. But that being said, though, we are coming up on a year of frickin' Uncultured, though, and last year our first kickoff was for the Game Awards, so Andy and I decided that this year we're going to be live streaming the Game Awards again. If you already haven't seen all of the stuff that we've been putting out there on TikTok and on YouTube as well, we are promoting that, so make sure that you join us all on December 11th and live stream the Game Awards with us. We'll actually be going up an hour before the Game Awards starts, so that's 5:30 Central Standard Time. So
hmm
come and join us and be ready because we'll also be doing some giveaways as well.
We got some interesting surprises coming up. I'm excited. We're doing bingo cards. We were talking a little bit earlier about a little secret surprise we've got coming up. So who knows? If you're wanting to know what those surprises are, you're gonna have to join us.
Yep, you're going to have to stay tuned and be there. Be there or be square.
But more
So,
importantly, they get to see, they get to hang out with two awesome guys. I don't know, maybe some other people will show up. I don't know. But
yeah.
we also get to see, who's going to win Game of the Year. Obviously, Claire Obscure has 12 nominations this year, which is a big deal. So I'm kind of
Yep.
interested to see how that turns out. As much as I love Expedition 33, I would be surprised if they did a clean sweep. Like, I don't
Yeah.
expect that. So I'm kind
You
of
don't
curious to
expect it to
see.
be like Baldur's Gate 3.
No, I mean, if they win, I'll be very happy. I've already quoted.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the Expedition 33 review at the end of the year, I said this is hands down my game of the year, and I'm still standing by that. Like this,
So
I
you
that's my
you
call for
already
this
know
year. Yep,
you already know what Andy voted for.
yep,
So,
yep.
yep.
I'm 100%. That is the one I'm hoping wins. So,
Yep. I expected nothing less from you. So,
all right, that's all I got though.
all right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and hop into it today, guys. So we got a fun one here for you today. So Andy and I decided that we're going to talk about six games in particular. Andy and I chose two for each category, and our three categories are basically underhyped games, appropriately hyped games, and overhyped games. So I hope you're all ready to see what we got in store for you today, and I'll go ahead and kick us off. So for me, we're going to start off with the underhyped, and I'm going to start off with one that came out in 2017, and that is Ukulele. And if you don't know what Ukulele is, it's basically made by the old Rare team that did Banjo Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, all those fantastic games, and they all got together and decided, hey, let's do another 3D platformer in the vein of Banjo Kazooie since, it did immensely well. And Ukulele came out, and it was divisive to say the least. There's not a large group of people that really enjoyed Ukulele. Most people actually disliked it or they were kind of indifferent to it. But for me personally, man, I loved it. Did it have its issues? Absolutely. But I think it is underhyped completely. Here recently, though, Platonic actually remade Ukulele,
Yep.
which is weird to think, because of how recent this game came out. But then you also think about it, and it's almost a 10-year-old game at this point.
Good lord.
So yeah, so it's kind of weird to really think about, but apparently Yuka Replayly, the remake, is doing phenomenal, and they fixed all the issues that the original had. I haven't played Replayly yet. I really want to. I'm just waiting for that physical copy to drop. in December, so next month. That's what I'm waiting on right now because I'm excited to hop back into the world of ukulele. But I really do think that the original iteration is not all that bad.
Yeah, like I never played the original. Like this was one I always wanted to, and I never picked it up and never did. Um, this is what I would like to play, but I also kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like they're trying to recapture what we had with Banjo Kazooie, and
Hmm.
I don't know if we're in that time frame where we could.
Yeah,
Like we were talking a little bit earlier about some other games too, but I feel like the 3D platformers aren't what they. I think we've seen the light, at the end of the tunnel where it's like this is the best of the best of the best, and now 3D platformers are kind of starting to fall behind, and I think that's kind of it's nothing on the fault of the game, but I feel like it's kind of I don't know, it hurts games like this nowadays because nobody wants to. Not I say nobody. A lot of people don't want to play this. They want to play like the big shooters and sports and all that, and it's like cool, but there's great 3D platformers. This is kind of where the industry started at one time with like Mario
yeah.
64, Banjo Kazooie. They're phenomenal games, and it's like I feel like that's kind of what hurts games like this nowadays.
See, I agree with you, but I also disagree with you. I think it's a thing of me personally. I think the platformer, the 3D and 2D platformer genre, kind of has already fallen to the wayside, and I would argue that now we're kind of seeing a resurgence, especially because of the indie market.
Oh yeah,
And we've gotten these great indie platformers and everything, and so now we're starting to see AA and AAA developers be like, "Hey, there's still a market for this kind of stuff." And so, I mean, a 3D platformer won Game of the Year last year.
yeah.
Like, like what?
But that's what I'm saying is like I feel like I think we are seeing that resurgence. I agree 100%. I
Yeah,
mean, like you said, Astrobot won Game of the Year last year. But I think that's kind of what's hindering it, especially back in 2017 when this came out. I think
yeah.
that was something that really held this game back was it was an older genre. Back
Yeah, back in
yeah.
2017, whenever it launched, we weren't seeing that resurgence yet.
Yeah, now we're kind of seeing that, and that's probably why Replayly is doing as well as it is. We're kind of seeing that resurgence of 3D platformers, and like, oh, this wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, I see where you're coming at it from now. I misunderstood what you were saying. So no, I
Yeah,
see what you're saying. So okay, yeah, I definitely recommend you should play ukulele. I mean, maybe even just play ukulele at this point, honestly, because if you want to pick up a physical copy, it's out. I think like the second week of December or something like that. So
nice. I mean, a physical copy is the only way to pick games up. Remember that.
exactly.
Remember that.
Yeah, you listen to Andy. Better listen to Andy, or else he's going to come to your house and he's going to steal all your socks.
I probably won't. But yeah, no digital around here. We don't do any of that digital nonsense.
Yep, physical game snob.
Yep.
Yep,
But this is one I wouldn't mind checking out. And when Replayly comes out, I may actually grab a copy.
I'd recommend it, man. So it was fun. I thought the original was fun. I platinumed it, and I have all the intention to do replayly as well. So
Maybe I'll have to do the same. So
yep. Well, let's go ahead and move on to your first underhyped game, Andy. What do
cool.
you have for us?
So for my first underhyped title, I went with I feel like that this was the first thing that kind of really came to mind when it was underhyped because when this game came out, it was actually a really big deal.
Hmm.
So this was Bloober's The Medium, and when this game came out, This was a PS5 launch title, and the big thing with the PS5 launch title with this launch title was you could kind of play in both worlds at the same time. It has that Silent Hill-esque kind of thing where you're in the real world and then you're in the other world per se. But you could play them at the same time, and it was just a transition between back and forth. There was no real load time. There was nothing holding the system could handle this compared to what the PS4 and the PS3 would do. So it was a really big deal. And I think when the game came out, that's what the focus was on. It was more of a tech demo than it was an actual game, and I think that fell flat. But for me, I played this game many years later. Actually, when the Silent Hill 2 remake came out, I played this probably a few months beforehand. Because, and we talked about this prior, I was concerned about how Silent Hill 2 was going to do. Silent Hill 2 is still one of my favorites. Like, that's a fan favorite of the franchise. But I was really concerned, and I was hoping Bloober would knock it out of the park, and they absolutely did. And the reason I wasn't concerned was after I played the medium. Because once I played this game, I saw the vision. I saw what brought Bloober to the conversation of, let's have them do this. Because they essentially created their own Silent Hill. And this story was fantastic. I actually really enjoyed this game. My only gripe with this game, and I don't know if I told you this, I'm pretty sure I did, there's no combat in this game whatsoever.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
And it's a great game. It has great atmosphere. I love the characters. I love the world. Like, when you're in this world, the other world, and you're exploring it, it definitely feels like Silent Hill. And when I started playing this, I couldn't stop. I think it took me 2 playthroughs. Like, I just sat down, played halfway through the next day, picked it up, and just finished it. Like, I couldn't stop playing it. Really good story. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and to me, this is one of the most underhyped games, because if you liked Silent Hill 2 Remake, I can't stress enough that is one to play. Do I think it's better than Silent Hill? Absolutely not. But I do think it's worth a playthrough to see where the inspiration for it came from.
I got you. Also, just to correct you, sir, you said this is a PS5 launch title. I got you. I caught you with your pants down, because this was initially a Series X exclusive.
Oh, Series X.
Yep. It was a timed Series X exclusive.
Was? Okay, I guess I had it backwards. Maybe the X was the one that was more powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay, I remember it was an
PS5
exclusive.
later.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, you're right. My mistake. I was wrong.
So before you go into the comments and you start bombarding Andy, it's okay. I got it.
Okay, yeah. But I remember it being an exclusive on one system. I guess it was the Xbox, so.
Yes.
But,
so, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, I remember being exclusive to a system because the hardware limitations. I guess technically the Xbox is the more powerful system of the two, so that would make sense. So.
Well, what else you got to say, or you want me to go ahead and say my piece now?
I was gonna let you do your piece. I mean, I've said my piece. Like, this is a great game. It's super underrated. I don't feel like a lot of people played it because a lot of people saw it more as a tech demo. But this is a fantastic story, and I still just, long story short, if we didn't get the medium, I don't think we would have gotten Silent Hill 2 Remake.
I gotcha. Yeah, so it's one of those things for me. You know, I haven't played this game, so I can't really give you too much of my opinion. I'm very interested in it. I own it. I just have not played it. So, it's one that that's something I plan to rectify here soon, though. I definitely want to play it here soon. It has been on my mind lately, especially because I just recently played Crow Country, and so that isometric, you know, horror, fixed camera angle stuff has been heavily on my mind here lately with Crow Country, so I plan on playing the medium relatively soon.
It's a very short game. Like, you can burn through it pretty quickly, so.
Yeah. And I'll say this, though, too, because, you know, Bloober Team made this game. If you want to hear us talk about some more Bloober Team, go watch some of our old episodes, because Andy and I speak about Bloober quite a bit on this channel. And also, make sure you check out the Chronos the New Dawn review as well, which was also made by Bloober Team and is their newest game.
That is true.
Yep.
All right, well, that's all I've got to say on the medium. Do you want to go on to the next one, or?
Yeah, we can go on to the next one. Like I said, don't really have too much to say, unfortunately. So.
Cool. All right, well, you're up.
So this is my selection for appropriately hyped game, and this is a game series that's been around for a little while now, and this is actually one I'm kind of just lumping together as a series as a whole. For this instance, for the trailer, we chose the first game, but this is Darksiders. I feel the franchise as a whole is appropriately hyped. You know, if you talk to people who are a fan of this franchise, they'll all agree it's not the best thing ever made, but it's also not bad. It's just a good, fun game, and each one is just good fun. You know, it's like going to watch a Marvel movie. Well, going to watch a Marvel movie before they started getting bad. It's like previously going to watch a Marvel movie. You know what you're getting into.
Yep.
You know what you're fixing to see, and Darksiders is no different. It's just good fun. and it plays similar to like the older God of War games. It's a hack and slash, and you know me, I love my hack and slashes, and that's another franchise, or not franchise, another
Genre.
genre, yeah, that we are seeing come back, and I am absolutely here for it. I love the hack and slash franchise, and I love Darksiders, and thankfully we're getting Darksiders 4 in the near future.
And mind you, just so we can, because we didn't state this, these are going to be our appropriately hyped games. These are not
I said
underhyped. Okay, I couldn't remember if
Yeah.
you did or not. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, these are going to be the appropriately hyped ones. And I agree. Like the Darksiders franchise was a lot of fun back in the day. I played the first two. I didn't play the third one. I've always heard terrible things about the third one. In all fairness, but
Well, thankfully for 3, once they actually released updates for it, it's pretty good.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people's issues with the third one is difficult.
okay,
Because each horseman, as you know, because you played the first 2, each horseman plays differently from
Oh, yeah.
the other. You know, so no games, like, while they have a similar premise and setup, your controls and your gameplay style are different between games, and 3 was difficult. And I feel like that was the big issue people had with it, was how difficult the game could get.
okay. Like I said, I never played the third one, so I don't know. But I do remember the first two, and I enjoyed them. They were really good games. I remember they were a big deal when they came out. So, like
Yeah.
a lot of people were looking for these. I don't know how the sales were or anything like that, but I remember at the time they did well, because I know people were always clamoring, when's the next one coming, when's the next one coming. And I remember when they shut down the studio and everyone's like, oh well, we're never going to see another Darksiders again. Lo and behold.
Yep, we got Darksiders 3, we got Darksiders Genesis, and we are getting Darksiders 4, and I could not be happier. You know, this is a franchise that I really enjoy, as you know.
Yep. No, this is a good one.
So you agree with me on the appropriately hyped?
No,
Yeah.
I think it's fairly hyped. Like I would like to see more support on it, but again, I don't know if this is one of those, it's so dated, like they just need to just focus on newer ones. Like it would be nice to see proper, maybe like a collection come out at a later date, like an HD collection.
Well, we have War Mastered and
Well, no.
Definitive Edition.
No, I mean once they all come out, once they get all the horsemen, do like a proper like collection there.
Oh, like a Horseman collection?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be neat to see. The kind of like Master Chief collection.
Oh,
be-
no, that would be pretty cool.
Something
Like,
where it's all one box. This is all of the horsemen together, kind of thing.
that would be cool. I mean, you know me, man. Whenever it comes to this franchise, if they release it, I'm gonna buy it. So.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying like that would be neat to see. So,
Yeah.
God, this feels like
Well,
forever ago.
Oh, I know. What this one came out in 2008, I think, or somewhere around there.
Ugh, it feels like forever ago.
Maybe 2010. It might have been 2010. So, anyway, well, let's go ahead and move on to your first appropriately hyped then.
Well, I think you are gonna definitely agree with me on this one. Actually, I mean, I would probably like. I know this was your game of the year last year too, and in all fairness,
Sir, it was not.
it wasn't. Oh no, Silent Hill was. That's right.
There you go. Yep.
This was just the game of the year last year.
Yes.
But I am going to say Astrobot is probably the most appropriately hyped game I can think of right now. And this is coming from someone who just officially platinumed it last night. Like, I just
Yeah.
got the platinum for it because we were talking about this topic a little bit, and I was just kind of thinking, you know, what game would I think is appropriately hyped, but something that we haven't talked about. Something I haven't talked about, I guess, is probably the best way to look at it. And, man, I knew the game was good. I enjoyed what I played, but I love what Team Asobi did for this, and just diving headfirst into everything PlayStation nostalgia. Going
Yep.
from just seeing the little bots run around as like Kratos or Nathan Drake, or where you're flying ships of like the PlayStation 5 or like a PS5 controller, or so much more. This game was fantastic, and it won Game of the Year for a reason. Like, they did something right.
Yes.
I don't know if it's still my Game of the Year that year, but I will say it definitely should have been in the conversation. Like, it should have, and it was. It was absolutely in the conversation. But, like, it was definitely in the right place at the right time. This game is fantastic. If you have not played it, I'd be very surprised. But if you have not played it yet, I highly recommend it. This is such a good 3D platformer. And like you said, it's kind of seeing a resurgence of the 3D platformer. This is
Yeah.
one of the best places to start, especially if you're a PlayStation fan. If you've been playing PlayStation since the PS1, you'll see, I mean, as you're watching the trailer, we're seeing Nathan Drake, we're seeing Parappa the Rapper. Like, there's so many great little ties to the entirety of PlayStation. This is one hands down to play.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think this game is absolutely appropriately hyped. And fun fact, too, I don't know if you know this, but this game, as of March of 2025, has sold 2.3 million copies.
That's crazy.
I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad that this game was a success because I feel like PlayStation really just gets caught up, especially in their first-party games, with we need a third-person over-the-shoulder action adventure, or we need a third-person open-world game. And, like, I like those games, I do, but that's all we get anymore. And, like, I want something that breaks up the monotony, and Astrobot came in spades, man.
100%. Just like looking at that still right there, you got all the little ships where they're flying on PS1s, PS2s, PlayStation Moves, PS Vitas. Like, as a fan of PlayStation, like, I was very pleased with this game. So
Yeah.
I was very happy to enjoy it. And I'm excited to see more. I'm excited to see what Team Asobi does next. So,
I mean, it is no surprise Astrobot's here to stay.
no, for sure.
It is 100% here to stay, but me personally, this is just personal wishes. Team Asobi is actually made up of a lot of Ape Escape team members, and I would love, if not a new Ape Escape, at least an Ape Escape collection similar to like Crash and Spyro got of the original 3 Ape Escapes, because that franchise is also fantastic. So.
That would be really cool to see an HD remaster of the first 3, like a collection. Like, that would be 100% all over that too.
Exactly. So Team Asobi, I don't know what you have in the pipeline. Well, actually, we do know a little bit because they teased that there's some more DLC coming for Astrobot, even though they've already given us so much free DLC. And that's the thing, is all the DLC for this game is free. You don't have to pay a cent. So, Team Asobi, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, honestly, even if it was paid for DLC, I would pay for it because of how fantastic it is. But I mean, they're out here doing God's work, man.
And that's the thing, like, you can see that there's actual love and passion going into this game. That team is a fan of PlayStation. Like, they are PlayStation fans. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, there's nothing bad to say about this franchise. Like, they did a phenomenal job. And I'm always excited to see, I'm always excited to see something on this game, but I'm excited to see what's next for them too. So.
Oh, absolutely, man. I can't wait for that new batch of DLC we're getting, especially because they teased it's going to be Last of Us related.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. And you need to play the current DLC, because I know you platinumed it and you did everything the base game had to offer. You need to go play those extra stages now.
No, I'm gonna dig into the rest of the DLC too. I just finished the Bane game last night because I knew we were doing this episode today, and I was like, I'm gonna surprise him by telling him I platinumed Astrobot when we log in. So
you did surprise me. I wasn't ready for you to be like, I finally did it, but yeah, you sure did. So,
but cool. That's gonna be my appropriately hyped game. So let's roll into the next one. What is your overhyped game?
Man, this one is going to ruffle some feathers.
I think both of ours are going to ruffle some feathers. So.
Oh, I know. But that's man, for mine though, I don't know a single person that dislikes this game, and even online you don't ever see anybody badmouth this game. And I'm sure they're out there, I just personally haven't seen them.
And mind you, I like this game.
Yes,
I am a big fan of this game.
You do enjoy this game.
I am a fan of this game.
Do not. I think that Shadow of the Colossus is extremely overhyped. I don't like Shadow of the Colossus.
Expound.
And Okay, so I have given this game two chances. Count them. Uno, dos. Okay, I have given this game two chances. I have played through it twice. I played through it. Keep in mind, I haven't played the PS2 version, the original version. I played the PS3 version that was on the bundle with Ico or Ico, however it's pronounced, and then
Ico,
I
yeah.
played the yeah, and then I played the PS4 remaster that they did.
But you never
Uh,
finished the games, correct?
no, I did.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, no, I beat it on PS3 and I beat the remastered on PS4, which
okay.
everybody tells me the PS4 copy is the definitive way to play it now because from my understanding the PS3 copy was garbage compared to the PS2 copy and the PS2 copy was the way to play it at that time. But
Yeah.
now we have this one and even with having the definitive way to play this game, I still didn't like it. So and which is crazy because you would think this would be right up my alley, especially you. I have a feeling that you would think this would be up my alley
Yeah?
because I love larger than life boss fights
Mm-hmm.
and exploring the world and having to find the colossi and everything is such a unique idea. But it just didn't hit. I like the stamina meter. I don't dislike stamina meters in games. Like they don't bother me one way or the other, but I feel like a lot of the time in Shadow of Colossus it was just unfair. And like maybe I just suck at the game. I don't know. Maybe I just suck at it, but I feel like after playing it twice, I have a good understanding and a good grip on how this game functions and operates, but there was a lot of times where I feel like I was just treated unfairly in this game. Uh
I got a
most of the
question.
time,
I got a
what's up?
question. I know we've talked about Bloodborne, but what is your stance on the Souls games?
I mean, I
Not
think
not
I've said
trying to
it.
derail this too much,
Well,
but I'm curious.
I think I've said it on this podcast before. I am very interested in the Souls games and Bloodborne and just, the From Software universe that they have. I'm interested, but because of the I don't want to say lack of story because there's obviously plenty
Oh,
of
there's
story
plenty.
and lore. Yeah, I think it's the lack of forefront and center story because you know me, I mainly play games for story unless it's something like Astrobot that I'm playing for how fun it is. Uh, but mainly I play for story. And so usually for whenever I'm playing a game, I continue to play to see what the next step and progression of the story is, to see where we're going next and to see how it all resolves. And since Souls likes and the Soulsborne games don't really put that forefront and center, it doesn't really incentivize me to keep playing. So it's like this weird, like I'm very interested, but I also couldn't be bothered scenario. And then you have Liza P, which does have a forefront and center story, and I'm very interested in, and I'm actually really enjoying Liza P.
Liza P is
But
fantastic. But no, like I get it. I
so
was just you're talking about the game being unfair, and I was like, I know you've had a love hate relationship with Bloodborne for many
okay,
many
but
years.
but that's because Bloodborne's camera is garbage. Okay, Bloodborne's camera is absolute garbage. Why even give me the option to lock onto an enemy if it's not going to work properly? And you're going to send my camera to Kingdom Come because I wanted, like, no, it doesn't. What's wrong with the camera in Bloodborne?
All right, well let's get back to the topic. I was just curious. I didn't mean to pop a blood vessel there.
But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, like it's so unique and it has so many good ideas, and the story is actually very interesting. I love the story of this game. I think it's the best part of the game,
It's very
but the
simple.
game it
It's
is, but
very
it
simple and
works. It's
straightforward.
effective.
No, 100%, but that's what I like about it. It's not convoluted or anything like that. Like the overall story is just it's very this is the objective, this is how you solve it. Like I like it.
Yeah, but that's the thing though is like there are people out there that worship the ground this game walks upon, and I think it's just okay at the end of the day. I think it's just okay. I actually prefer Ico or Ico, however you want to pronounce it.
Fair
I think
enough.
it's Ico personally.
Ico, yeah.
I prefer Ico. Ico, I think, is amazing,
Mhm.
especially for a game that's basically a glorified escort mission. It is awesome. I love Ico. It's so freaking good.
Did you ever
But
play the third one in the series, Last Guardian?
No, I didn't play Last
That
Guardian.
one's actually really good too. Like,
Is
I
it?
really liked Last Guardian, even though Trico's AI isn't the best. Like
Hmm.
you'll kind of direct him and be like, "Hey, I need you to go over there," and he's like, "Nah, I want to do this over here." And it's like, well, that
No,
doesn't help.
but he's like the camera on Bloodborne. So,
But I really liked Last Guardian. I like this series, like Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian. I enjoyed all of them.
well,
I'm actually like watching this. I want to go back and play it again now. Like just watching this trailer, I forgot how good this game really looked. Like it is gorgeous.
oh, it is a gorgeous game.
But like I man, I kind of want to go back and play it again. So
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to get anything like this again because Studio Japan, whatever, was dissolved by Sony, and most of that team actually works at Team Asobi now. So,
I mean, fair.
yep.
That sucks, but it is what it is. Sadly, that's the industry we're in now. Like it's just where the money leads. Sadly.
Yep. So you disagree with me in saying that Shadow of the Colossus is overhyped?
I can see your side of the argument. Like I've met people too that think this is the greatest game of all time, and I don't think it's the greatest game of all time, but I do
Hmm.
think it is a phenomenal game. I think it's one that you should absolutely play, but you should know at the surface this isn't a very deep story. Like it's a deep story, but it's not a in-depth story. I guess is probably the
It's
best way to
deep
put it.
on a philosophical level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very straightforward with the story. The overall game feels like it's a boss rush. So there's no little I mean there's exploration, but there's no little minions that you have to worry about or anything. Like you're literally just going after the Colossus.
Yeah.
It's very
See, but
straightforward.
Cuphead did it better.
I I still thoroughly enjoy this game. I love Cuphead, like you know that.
Yeah, I know.
But like I don't know, I really enjoy this game. I think it's a great game. It's worth playing, but I don't think it's the greatest game of all time. I think
Mhm.
it's I think it had its place in history. At one time,
Okay.
this was a phenomenal game. Like you said on PS2, when this came out, there was nothing like this. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where it's getting its this is the greatest game ever because on the PS2 in that time frame, there was nothing like this. This was incredible on PS2.
You know what I actually really like about this game, though?
What's that?
The development behind it and the amount of cut content that the game ended up having.
Hmm.
So you should look into it sometime. It's really interesting because apparently there was supposed to be like 32 colossi, I think.
I have heard that. I've
Uh,
heard there's a lot more than what the original game got.
yeah, and in the I don't know about in the PS4 version. They probably took it out of the PS4 version, but on the PS2 and PS3 version, since the PS3 version was just a port, there's actually a whole area off of the map where it's this big dam, like a dam that holds back water. And it was supposed to be an area that you went to fight one of the colossi, and it got cut late in development, but they had actually started working on it, and so the cut content and the stuff that was supposed to be in this game I find very fascinating, but I like that kind of stuff already.
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
yeah.
But no, I think this is one that is worth playing. I agree a little bit with the overhype thing, but I just don't want the point to go across saying this is a bad game because it's absolutely not a bad game.
Well, like
In
I
my
said,
opinion. In my
it's
opinion.
it's an okay game.
I think it's better than okay. I think it's a lot better than okay.
Well, we will agree to disagree.
Fair
So.
enough, because I think we're going to agree to disagree on the next one, too.
Here and there, we'll see what you have to say. We'll see what you have to say.
All right, well, my next overhyped, or overhyped game, man, like this was a big deal when it came out. This was something that everybody was excited for. Like we hadn't seen anything to this scale ever.
Hmm.
And being a Switch launch title, am I right on that one?
Yes.
Okay. This is Breath of the Wild. And personally, I'm going to group both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in here, but I am going to state I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom because of Breath of the Wild. But to me, I really... This looks like Zelda. This has Link and Zelda and characters and all that in there. But to me, this isn't Zelda. This isn't what Zelda was. This feels like a... I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like The Legend of Zelda to me. There was a lot of things I didn't care for when this game came out. So...
I was just expecting you to come out the gate swinging there for a second and be like, this is a bastardization of Zelda. Like,
well, no, I mean, I can respect where the game is. Like, I understand people like this game. I've met people that have put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game, and all they do is like to explore. And I understand and respect that. But to me, this doesn't feel like what I grew up playing with Zelda. You know, this isn't... This doesn't feel like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, you know, none of, like, Twilight Princess, Link to the Past, Four Swords. This feels like its own thing. This feels like it was trying to be the next Skyrim or, you know, whatever else it could be. And kudos to the team. The game is incredible. Like, I can understand the technical achievement and stuff like that. But for me, it's not Zelda. I don't care for it. And, like... I have small gripes with the game. I hate the weapon durability system in this game. And I'm sorry, like, on a random note, if you can break the Master Sword, like, what? Like, why?
you don't break the Master Sword. It runs out of energy.
Oh, my mistake. That's much more logical. I don't know. To me, this didn't feel like the Zelda I was wanting. That might be the nostalgia in me of playing, you know, growing up with the older games. And, you know, I remember putting just tons of time into Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, and those are very different too, but they still felt like Zelda. I still felt like I was playing a Zelda game. This, I feel like there's so much more. There's so much management and all this stuff, and it's like I don't want to deal with that when I come home and play a video game like this. Like, I just want to explore. I want to fight things and stuff like that. Like, whatever. I don't know. I was very disappointed with Breath of the Wild, and I know everybody in the world loves this game. They love Tears of the Kingdom, and to be honest, I think they are extremely overhyped.
Okay, so you ready for me to come in?
All right, go for it.
I half agree with you.
Uh-huh.
I think Breath of the Wild is extremely overhyped. But Tears of the Kingdom is awesome, man. And
I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan of Tears. Like, I get it, but it's still the same thing to me. Like, it's that same.
It's not, though.
It totally is.
Not.
It's just that open world, like, let's put Zelda in Skyrim kind of thing, and just now. Yes, I will give credit where credit's due, because they let you do the machine building and stuff like that. To me, that interests me. Like, where you can build your own machines and they do all the crazy stuff.
But that's the thing, though, is like all the complaints that you have about Breath of the Wild are literally fixed in Tears of the Kingdom. Like your weapon durability and stuff like that, you still have weapon durability in Tears of the Kingdom, but the ability to merge any items that you see around you gives you access to infinite weapons. It's literally at the expense of what your own creativity can produce. So, yeah, I think you should just skip Breath of the Wild, personally, and I think you should play Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean, I need to give it a shot. I think that's fair. But, like, I was so disappointed with Breath of the Wild. Like, I think I finished 2 of the Guardians. Well, so I got about halfway into the game.
I'm not going to lie with you. Lie to you. I was a little disappointed by Breath of the Wild as well. It's like I told you before we started recording. I yearn for a traditional Zelda game, man. I want one so badly, and Echoes of Wisdom did scratch that itch, but Echoes of Wisdom is also kind of this weird amalgamation of Tears of the Kingdom and traditional Zelda, but it also works extremely well, and I actually prefer Echoes of Wisdom over both of these games. But yes, I agree with you, though. Like, I was a little disappointed by Breath of the Wild as well, but Tears of the Kingdom is just... it's just too much fun.
See,
like,
I'd rather play Link's Awakening. Like, I'd rather play I mean,
Well, you
yeah,
should
I
play
need to
Echoes
play
of
Echoes.
Wisdom,
I
but
need to
like,
play
yeah,
that too. But like, I loved Link's Awakening, and I mean, that's a
yeah,
remake of the old Game Boy game. Like, I mean,
hmm
it's just a pretty version of that game. But to me, that's Zelda. That's what
yeah,
Zelda is and was. And to me, this, I don't know, this isn't it. So I
yeah.
know a lot of people love this game. Love both of these games, this and Tears of the Kingdom. But to me, like I think there are better RPGs like this to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. See, that's the thing, though, is like I understand where you're coming from, and I agree with you wholeheartedly on Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild is a chore.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
yeah, Breath of the Wild is a chore. It is not. It's I wouldn't say it's not a good time, but it's not what you're looking for in a video game, nor is it what I'm looking for in a video game.
So,
Um,
you're 100% right. Like I agree there. Like that's the thing is like this feels like a chore, but it's not fun.
yeah. See, Tears of the Kingdom, it's not a chore. Not only that, though, it's pure, unadulterated fun. It's, like I said, it's at the expense of your own imagination. Listen here, if you don't like Tears of the Kingdom, it's because you're not creative enough. Sorry, loser. Like,
Lord, what the hell? Fair. I mean, that's your opinion for sure. So,
same with Echoes of Wisdom. If you don't like Echoes of Wisdom, sorry. Go back to the bank, you accountant. Like,
now you're just trying to be hurtful.
no, all the accountants that watch our channel are just like, hey,
Too
that
busy
hurt.
counting. They're too busy counting to listen to us.
Oh, they don't even know. Yeah, that's right. Keep counting. You probably make more money than I do, so kudos to you. But
I
at
don't
least
think that's a
I'm not
probably.
creative. At least I'm not creatively bankrupt. You heathen.
I don't think that's a probably. They for sure make more money than we do, but
100%.
anyway, but yeah, that's my gripe with the Breath of the Wild games is to me they don't feel like these are more RPG now than they are action adventure. And that's what
hmm
Zelda was an action adventure game. This became more of an RPG, which cool. I love RPGs, but this one isn't fun to me. This isn't enjoyable. RPGs, you get to feel like you're building the character, live that role, kind of expand
Well,
that world. And to me, I didn't feel any of that in this. I just felt like I was honestly gathering sticks just to have a weapon.
man, that's the thing with like Breath of the Wild, though specifically. It's the most un-RPG RPG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but Tears of the Kingdom isn't an RPG, man. It's literally like I said. You need to play it. You really need to play Tears. I highly recommend you play Tears. Just skip Breath of the Wild. You don't even need to play one to play the other. So,
Okay, I need to see if I own. I don't think I own Tears of the Kingdom, so.
yeah, just go pick you up a copy, man. Like, it's well worth the $70. I promise you.
All right, maybe we'll see. I know it's Black Friday, so all those sales are going on. Maybe I can get a deal on one. Probably not.
Nintendo doesn't put their
No, I
games
know.
on sale. What
I'm
are you
being
talking
hopeful.
about?
I'm being hopeful. But cool. That's gonna be my last. That's gonna be my last one. Unless you got anything else you want to cover.
No, I'm good. So yeah, if you want to, let's wrap it up. Then you got anything to say before I close this out?
No, I mean, I guess the only thing I can really say is, again, we appreciate you guys watching, but let us know down below, what are some of the games you guys think are underhyped, appropriately hyped, or maybe even overhyped? Do you agree with us, or do you disagree with us? Do you think Shadow of Colossus is a phenomenal game, or do you think Zelda's a phenomenal game? Like, what's your take on it, guys? So let us know down below. But, yeah, I'll let you take us out.
All right, yeah, so I agree with Andy. Let us know what you think down below. We love the interaction. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hello again to all the new people. Make sure you stick around so you can catch all the fun stuff. Andy and I have some projects in the works right now. I'm working on one right now that is taking up a lot of time, way more than I expected. But it's coming though, so stay tuned. I know Andy's got some stuff he's working on as
Yep.
well. And then,
Don't forget the 11th.
yep, lastly, the big thing. be there. The 11th, December 11th. Be there. Be on this channel on December 11th, 5:30 Central Standard Time to watch the Game Awards with us and also celebrate our 1 year anniversary as freaking uncultured, guys.
That's
Thank you all
crazy.
so much. Yeah, I know. Thank you all so much, especially for all of you who have been here the entire time. And thank you all to the newcomers because, yeah, all you guys are awesome and amazing. And it's just crazy to think that, this is where we are almost a year in, and I can't thank you all enough.
100%.
So, yeah. Sorry to all the accountants out there. You're not creatively bankrupt. I love you guys. And then I'll go ahead and close this out. So, unless you
Cool.
got anything else, are
Nope.
you good?
You're
All
good to
right.
go.
So, we will see you all next time, and remember to keep it uncultured.